Well, the White House says it must bear some of the blame for the Democrats' loss in Massachusetts.
And there's Starbucks, of course, and the ask is a lot higher than the close there. With an admission like this, can President Obama really push forward with the same big agenda? Kiki McLean is a Democratic strategist and was a senior advisor for then presidential candidate Hillary Clinton. Kiki, can things continue on the same path as they have over the past, let's call it 7 to 9 months since the president has gotten going on his agenda?
Well, a lot of political capital has certainly been spent in those 7 to 9 months. But what I do think we have to pay attention to is a new schedule and what order we're going to make accomplishments. You know, this is an issue for both Republicans and Democrats. It's not just the Democrats. Come November with the elections, you guys know it. You see the numbers on both, the favorability for both parties. It ain't great for any of the incumbents. And the need to show some forward movement on health care, depending on what those details are, and on jobs is crucial. Climate change is a part of jobs. That's got to be part of it, and obviously the financial regulatory function. So does it all happen at the same time? Does it all happen in some order? Does it all take a little longer to get there, given the fact that we're going to wait for the new senator to be seated? Possibly, probably. But the reality is the same concerns that existed yesterday before this election politically exist today.
Well,
they're no different.
But
what will be different now
there
is the vote count.
There is a world of difference, Kiki. Kiki, there is a world of difference, and you know it, between what happened yesterday and the concerns yesterday and the concerns today. Washington, D.C. is just buzzing about this victory of Scott Brown in Massachusetts and how that will change strategy. There is going to be a change in strategy. You can't just continue on with the merry course that you've been going in terms of health care. It won't happen.
I think what I was trying to say to you was that a lot of the concerns you're feeling today politically were being felt yesterday. It's not that they don't exist. The anxiety was already there. You saw the coverage as retirements were being announced on both sides. You have Republicans and Democrats, incumbents saying, oh, this is a fight I don't want this year. By the same token, if all of these folks had come into office in January of 2009 and not done anything, and been stuck in mud out of fear of political repercussions, they'd all lose their hide then in November as well, because most of these folks were elected on getting change, on getting health care reformed, on fixing the economy, dealing with our energy crisis, dealing with the collapse of our financial system. So the concept of letting this go and not doing anything wasn't an option either. If this kind of change were easy, we'd have done it a long time ago. I know. I worked at the Democratic National Committee when President Clinton tried to do a complete overhaul of the health care reform.
And it changed his strategy 100%. He suddenly became very cooperative with Republicans. He went against his party in terms of welfare reform and trade agreements, etc.
And Kiki, does that happen with President Obama? Does he open the door to more Republicans, maybe?
I think he's always wanted the door to more Republicans to be open. I think the question is, at what point do Republicans feel like they've got an investment in whatever that final outcome of a bill is? I think that's a big deal.
Kiki McLean, it's good to see you. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Kiki.
Thanks.